Madam President.
Senator from Michigan.
Thank you, Madam President. First, I have 13 requests for committees to meet during today's session of the Senate. They have the approval of the majority and minority leaders.
Duly noted.
Thank you. First, let me say, Madam President, after listening to my colleague from Texas, if half of what he said I thought was accurate, I would not be supporting Judge Jackson. Unfortunately, it's not. So I rise today to urge the Senate to confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the United States Supreme Court. I'm so excited about her nomination. And her nomination, we know, is historic, not just because Judge Jackson is eminently qualified for the position. Both Democrats and Republicans agree. In fact, based on her broad range of experience, you could argue she is more qualified to serve on the Supreme Court than any sitting judge. And it's not just historic because of the dignified and honorable way she has conducted herself during this entire nomination process. If you think your last job interview was rough, take a look at hers. Judge Jackson showed incredible grace during more than 20 hours of questioning that at times was incredibly hostile and rude. I would challenge any member of this chamber to endure that level of pressure without cracking. I'm quite certain I couldn't do it. She's eminently qualified, and we've seen her judicial temperament up close. But what really makes Judge Jackson's nomination historic is this number, 115. 115. That's how many United States Supreme Court justices have served in our nation's entire history. 115. And out of those 115 justices, 108 have been white males. And just think about it for a moment. In other words, nearly 94% of the Supreme Court justices in our nation's history have been white men. That's a very exclusive club. And like many very exclusive clubs, it's tended to leave a lot of folks out in the cold. In a country as magnificently diverse as ours, that's simply not right. And I'm so grateful that President Biden understands this. The decisions made by the United States Supreme Court touch every single American. What does the right to vote truly mean under our Constitution? Freedom of religion, our freedom of speech. How are we as consumers or workers treated under our Constitution? Can a public school district force white students to attend one school while sending black students to another? Can that same public school district refuse to educate students with disabilities? Can a couple be prevented from marrying and spending the rest of their lives caring for one another because they happen to be gay? And can a state override a woman's right to privacy and force her to continue a pregnancy that puts her own health and future at risk? These are some of the types of decisions made by the United States Supreme Court every day. And when the Supreme Court doesn't look like America, it means that its decisions are less likely to take into account the lives and the needs of all Americans. The late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg had a straightforward answer when she was asked how many women should serve on the United States Supreme Court. How many was enough? 9, she would say. Well, we're not quite there yet, but 4, I'd say that's a pretty good start. And a black woman justice, it's about time. It's past time. You may have seen a wonderful photo making the rounds. It's of Judge Jackson's 17-year-old daughter, Layla. It's from the first day of the nomination hearing. Layla is wearing a beautiful lavender suit and sitting behind her mom. The expression on her face is absolutely priceless. She's looking at her mom with such admiration and pride. Well, Layla isn't alone. Millions of young black girls and their moms and their grandmas are looking at Judge Jackson with that same pride and admiration. they've never had someone who looks like them serving on our nation's highest court. And how many of these young girls will see this incredibly accomplished woman and think, hey, that could be me? I hope they all do. I will be honored to support Judge Jackson's confirmation. I'm excited, I'm proud of her, and I urge my colleagues to do the same. It's past time. I yield the floor.
Under the previous order, the Senate will proceed to the consideration of the O'Brien nomination